and administrators. Good evening and welcome to the 27th Annual Ocean Township High School Commencement Exercises. I, Jamie King, President of the senior class, will be serving as your Mistress of Ceremonies. Tonight's commencement exercise is divided into two distinct parts. The first half, modeled after the college graduation ceremony, will include speeches, musical selections, and the announcement of awards and scholarships bestowed upon members of the graduating class. The second portion will be devoted to the calling of the roll and the presentation of diplomas by our esteemed Board of Education. I speak for all my fellow graduates when I say that we are very happy and thankful that our families, friends, and teachers are able to share this special night with us. Now I ask that the graduates and members of the audience please rise for our national anthem. Certain members of the class have excelled both in and out of the academic classroom. Brian Zavin has not only been a top student, but also serves as a member of the Drama Club, Latin Club, and Japanese Club. He is a member of the Youth Council and a gold medal winner on the National Latin Exam. He is a 4-year Spartan Scholar and a 2-year member of the National Honor Society and a National Merit semifinalist. Please welcome Brian Zavin.
Hello, and welcome to the class of 1993 and all of our invited guests. I first have to say congratulations for making it here today. However, I have to follow this up with an apology for my best wishes. You see, by doing what I just did, I treated you differently than you deserve to be treated. The only true way to congratulate you is on an individual basis. Unfortunately, there are two reasons why I can't do this. The first is that there are about 300 of you, so it would take too long. And the second is that I can never truly know the individual inside each of you as well as you do. What I want to talk to you about today is self-identity. High school has been one long, hard journey with the ultimate goal of some sort of self-discovery. Whenever any one of you experiences something, you make it a part of yourself. Now please, don't ever let another person tell you who you are. Too often in society, the situation arises in which an individual is labeled. The past years have created conflict over whether we should address each other as black, white, male, female, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, liberal, conservative. These names cover broad areas and obviously do not include all the innumerable others that exist. Now in life, everyone falls into these categories. It then becomes so deceptively easy to identify and attack a person by targeting his or her label. By doing this, the assailant is trying to superimpose his own identity on another individual. Clearly, this is not a speech for racism or sexism or anti-Semitism. However, it is not a speech against any of these things. Now let me clarify this. All I am saying is we should treat an individual as an individual. In other words, let that person have an identity. Now while Ocean Township has not had anything as severe as, say, riots over these issues, there was a much greater battle being waged within all of us. And this was the fight for identity. Should we conform? Who are our friends? Who do we hate? These are questions which we face and hopefully answered by ourselves. Now, it is impossible not to have matured a bit since 9th grade. I wish that I could look out at all of you and see you as you truly are. But I cannot, and I will not pretend I can. I do know that I can understand myself a little more than I could 4 years ago. Next time you look at someone, wipe clean the mental drawing you have of them. Look at them on a fresh slate, and let them use their identity to provide you with a new picture. Don't worry, they'll come equipped with the labels of their choice, the labels they want to carry with them for the rest of their life. Now, if you still feel a need to contradict them, do so because you do not like the individual whom you see. But before you go ahead and do any of this, make sure you know who you are first. I wanted to make my speech a little different than other speeches in the years past, and the only way I could think of to do so that would be permissible here was not to make a definite point, and say, I'm going to let you make the definite point. In other words, take today out to congratulate yourselves in the way you feel you deserve to be congratulated. Tomorrow, look back upon what you have learned about yourself in high school and decide whether you have successfully discovered more about your identity. This will determine how much you earned your praise. Again, I can stand up here and say you have succeeded in getting grades good enough to graduate, which is no small feat. But, however, this is not the only thing that high school is all about. The only one who can truly give you credit for your degree of accomplishment is yourself.
Tonight, the senior chorus will participate in their last performance as the chorus performs Stronger with Time in their honor. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ocean Township High School Chorus under the direction of Mrs. Karen Olson. you a student who has served our school as president of the student council, captain of the varsity cheerleading squad, a member of the youth council, and a state finalist in forensic and distributive education competitions. She was also selected as a member of the All Shore Chorus. Bernadette Gist, president of the student council, will now give the graduation address.
Distinguished members of the board and administration, teachers, friends, family, and especially my fellow classmates, the soon-to-be proud graduates of 1993, welcome. Our day has finally come. The wait and struggle is over. The impact that our class has made on me, the teachers, and my fellow classmates will never be forgotten. It has been a pleasure serving the school and this class as the Student Council President, and I am truly honored to speak to you today, not to mention, pleased to say, congratulations. Our hard work and dedication has finally paid off. We've completed one of the hardest and most demanding tasks we have ever encountered, the task that changes boys to men and girls to women. For the past 12 years, we have been in intense training to become responsible adults. And after 12 years, I can honestly say we are all responsible adults. As adults, we can now move on, past the high school life, past the monotonous 8-period day, to a life of change, a life of greater challenges, and a life of new responsibilities. We are now mature enough to take on challenges we never dreamed of taking on before. We will branch out and go our separate ways. Some of us will attend college, some will enter the job market, while others go into the service. Many of us will encounter obstacles and failures. It is imperative that we meet our challenges so we can walk away from every one of life's challenges knowing that we tried our best. And last but not least of our worldly obligations, we, the class of 1993, have a commitment to the tradition of excellence that Ocean Township High School graduates are expected to maintain. May each and every one of you prosper in your future endeavors. Be confident, be strong, be consistent, and most of all, be proud. Proud to be a part of the class of 1993. Good luck to you all. Thank you.
Tonight's final musical selection will be performed by the Ocean Township Band under the direction of Mr. Walter McAloon. The members of the band are dedicating this song to their senior musicians and hope that you enjoy their rendition of selections from The Phantom of the Opera. As with the choral number before, this selection provides the graduating members of the band with their final opportunity to perform with their respective groups. At this time, I would like to address all of you for the final time as president of the fantastic class of 1993. Today is like any other day we will experience. We are reflecting upon the past 4 years at Ocean Township High School and in the precious memories they've held. But at the same time, we are thinking of the coming decade and what the future holds for us. It is easy to detect this excitement and anxiety on your face, as I share these feelings also. We are scared to let go of a familiar place filled with familiar faces and venture forth onto our own separate paths. To say goodbye to special friends and the memories we have shared with them that we swore would never end. We have all received a good background here at Ocean. Some of us through the ranks of sports, others through class activities, and others through academic pursuits. This mix of character is what has made our class so unique and perhaps even harder to let go of. So now we are faced with a whole new beginning, a new life and hundreds more experiences like the ones we have shared here at Ocean. It is at this time that I ask you to utilize all you have learned here to make the path you choose the best. I realize graduation is a time of mixed emotions, but let us value this moment, this time of joy and time of sadness, because as a group, we will never meet again. Let us leave here with only the fondest of memories and the highest of expectations. I would like to congratulate each and every member of the class of 1993 and wish you all nothing but the best of luck and happiness from this day forward. Each year for the past 27, the staff of the high school yearbook, the Sandpiper, have worked diligently to produce a volume chronicling that year's activities. To present this year's Sandpiper to our principal, Mr. John J. Ty, are Laura Ann Collins and Nidhi Gupta, the coordinating editors.
Brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, the king states that every man, once gone, is forgotten. However, as represented by this year's yearbook and the spirit of the class of 1993, what we leave behind us lives on in our memories. We lived a great part of our lives at Ocean, walked many miles along her shores, and left behind us many footprints. As the tide rolls in and out, taking with it the shells and sea glass that lay within its grasp, our footprints remain untouched and unforgotten in the sand, reminding those who walk after us of our moments and our memories. These memories are references in the past, trapped in the ancient, signifying everything. Everything we are, everything we were, and everything we hope to become.
This is a publication of the Sandpiper is especially significant to all of us because of the 100% teamwork and dedication involved. Each member put a little bit of themselves on the yearbook. Their life represented each individual class and person. I would like to extend my gratitude for all their hard work, time, and patience. Also, it would be virtually impossible to publish such a good book without the help of our wonderful advisors, Mr. Rigola and Mrs. Studio.
I thank you for your success as being members of the board and the local district of Township High School. I recognize that this is a very important program in our district, and it will be remembered. I guarantee that this year will be putting alongside the 26 so we're in our eyes, that the class of 1993 shall take its rightful place in the history of our high school. Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Mann, faculty, relatives, friends, class of 1993. 4 years ago, you, the class of 1993, entered the high school as freshmen and were greeted by the administration at your freshman orientation program. The class of 1993, over 300 young students gathered in the school's auditorium, being given advice on how to spend your time wisely during your high school years. It was suggested that you divide your time equally between our rigorous academic programs and our extensive athletic and extracurricular activities. This will ensure that full benefit will be gained from your time spent at Ocean Township, and that you would leave us as well-rounded individuals, fully equipped for your next challenge. We are sure that you have achieved this goal. This evening, as your principal, I am fortunate to have helped guide you through your final years and to be involved in your graduation ceremony. For I now see before me 287 mature young men and women who heeded the advice given to them on the prudent use of their time, which has led them to become successes and graduates of our high school. And in seeking a few words of wisdom to impart on you this evening, I looked at the word time, a simple four-letter word that is used so frequently in our everyday lives. It certainly would not be a great challenge for any of us to name 10 songs or 10 movies having the word time in their titles, or to list from memory any number of quotations or sayings that deal with this single word subject. I offer as examples: time on my hands, time waits for no man, tempus fugit, or time flies, time is money, what a waste of time, or perhaps that most popular one from your parents, isn't it about time you cleaned your room, or so on, and so on. There are many individuals here this evening, including administration, teaching staff, guidance counselors, and friends, who have taken a sincere interest in you and your future, and who have spent some of their time in offering you advice and guidance during your high school years. And let us not forget your parents and family, gathered here this evening with great pride, trying to in celebration of this important milestone in your young lives, and of the time that they have spent in helping you arrive at this stage of your careers. On the other hand, your parents may be realizing that the time is now growing near that you will be leaving their roost and giving them the well-deserved rest that they need and so well deserved. Indeed, that time of your lives is approaching rapidly. You will be moving away from the carefree existence you enjoyed with your parents. You will soon realize that life is no longer just a tire swing, but rather a maze of decisions and solutions that you will be responsible to make and solve. And yes, someday you will no longer be asking, where's the party, but rather planning a post-prom party for your own children. I am not trying to discourage you, but rather to suggest that you listened well, for the great percentage of that freshman class is assembled here this evening to receive their diplomas and ready to move on to the next plateau of their lives. And to those who started with you and who are not here with us this evening sharing in this event, my hope is that they are or will be at similar ceremonies in the near future. Yes, we do believe that you have prepared yourselves well for the next ventures that you will be dealing with in your journey through life. However, we also must contemplate the questions, what's next? Just what type of world is waiting for me out there? I suggest that you will be living in a different world than we, your teachers, and your parents. That world will demand that you be prepared to adjust to rapid change. To meet the challenge of change satisfactorily, you will need, among other things, all of the education that you can get. You have made a good start in completing your high school studies, but you must not stop there. You must continue your preparation. To those of you who are going on to college, I strongly advise that you get as broad an education as possible. You will be tempted to concentrate upon specific training for one particular career. Resist that temptation. for statistics show that the average person changes occupations a number of times during his or her life, and that today's technical training in one's chosen occupation will be obsolete tomorrow. However, what will always be in demand is a mind trained to think critically, to imagine, and to express itself. I believe that that is best achieved through a broad liberal education, an education for practical wisdom, an education that prepares you to live an intelligent, moral, and satisfying life, both as an individual and as a member of society. In ancient Greece and Rome, it was understood that the liberal arts constitute an education appropriate to a free person. Indeed, the Latin equivalent of the phrase liberal arts meant work befitting a free man. To this day, a liberal education can be described as one which liberates a person to be truly free, to be capable of making independent judgments as an adult, to participate effectively in the public decisions that any society must make, and to, in Aristotle's words, to prize what is good and to reject what is false. To those of you who plan to enter the job market immediately, I strongly advise that you do not get dead-ended. Don't let your first job be your last. There are many ways to continue to move ahead. One of the most important is to continue to learn, either by formal classroom work in the evenings or whatever free time you may have, or by simply setting up your own program of reading and study. Challenge yourself to become a lifelong learner. Here are some facts. If we live to be 80 years old, we will have lived 700,000 hours. Using 200,000 for sleep, we will still have 500,000 hours of existence left. Of that number, less than 20%, or about 100,000 hours, will be used in paid or gainful employment. One might therefore ask, what in the world am I going to do with the remaining 400,000? Becoming a lifelong learner might answer that question, along with enough time left over to pay back to society some of the time it has contributed to you. Remember, we are, as human beings, a group-oriented society which includes family, peers, clubs, and organizations, to name but a few. And our contributions, regardless of how small, should be of a positive nature. Successful people are responsible for their own well-being, as well as the well-being of their family, friends, neighbors, and fellow workers, or in your case, fellow students. Successful people are responsible for improving their professions. While it might be a bit early for you to be concerned about this, I believe it is not too early for you to begin thinking of it. Successful people assume public responsibility. They carry out their responsibilities by getting involved, by teaching others, by volunteering their time and their efforts for the good of society. This, graduates, is your responsibility. I now realize that my time at the dais has to end, and that it's time for you to get on with the rest of your lives. So I end with a quote from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Dost thou love life? Then do not squander time, for that's the stuff life is made of. On behalf of your teachers, parents, relatives, and friends, I wish each of you a great deal of success. Thank you, and Godspeed.
I am proud to introduce Mrs. Margaret Morgan, Assistant Principal, who will now present the top 2 academic students in the graduating class, the valedictorian and the salutatorian.
Thank you, Jamie. I am most pleased to be involved in this very important part of the graduation program. As you will soon clearly see, we are honoring today a graduating class comprised of students with many and varied talents, and I now have the distinct privilege of recognizing the remarkable academic achievements of the class of 1993. 4 years ago, when this group of students entered the high school for the first time, they were told at their freshman orientation that they all began 9th grade with the potential for becoming the top 1 or 2 students in the class. Now, after countless tests, quizzes, compositions, and term papers, 2 students actually have emerged with the highest cumulative weighted numerical averages in the class. They are our salutatorian, number 2 in the class, Brian Zabin, and our valedictorian, number 1 in the class, Eugene Choi. Academically, the students in the class of 1993 rank among the best in the nation. 6 students were selected as finalists in the National Merit Scholarship Program. This honor places these 6 students in the top 1% of the more than 1 million students participating. I am proud to introduce this year's National Merit finalists. I'd like to have them each stand and remain standing until I finish calling the names of the group, and then we can recognize them with our applause. Our National Merit finalists are Eugene Choi, Todd Kellert, Erin Quinn, Jason Simmons, Douglas Timms, and Brian Zabin. Congratulations. Placing in the top 5% of National Merit participants are the next group of students who have been named National Merit Commended Scholars. And again, I'd like to recognize them and have them remain standing until the entire group has been called. Elizabeth Chang, Jonathan Feldman, Samantha Gross, Nidhi Gupta, Robert Hedinger, Osama Kashlin, Sue Kim, Josh Klenoff, Wu Lee, Laura McPherson, Carlos Ortiz, Stacy Ripito, Monica Rosner, and Jean Vaccaro. Congratulations. Also on the national level, I would like to note that 60 students in this class have been honored in the Presidential Academic Fitness Awards program. Congratulations to those students. In the state of New Jersey, 2 very prestigious awards programs honor students with superior academic rank and College Board scores. We have also had a number of students being honored with these awards. The following students have been recognized as Edward J. Blaustein Distinguished Scholars. And again, I'd like to read the list and have you remain standing until the list is completed. The Edward J. Blaustein Distinguished Scholars for this year are Andrew Berkowitz, Elizabeth Chang, Eugene Choi, Jonathan Feldman, Evan Gerard, Heidi Gnos, Nidhi Gupta, Osama Kashlin, Todd Kellert, Sue Kim, Wu Lee, Daniel Lifton, Laura McPherson, Carlos Ortiz, Erin Quinn, Yogesh Shyam, Jason Simmons, Latha Sivaprasad, Douglas Timms, Abby Wagner, and Brian Zabin. Congratulations. The next group of students have also been honored by the state of New Jersey as Garden State Scholars, and they are Melissa Ambrose, Rachel Bickert, Elise Bixby, Joshua Brewstein, Sean Dooley, Megan Gilvari, Samantha Gross, Robert Hedinger, William Huang, Gisela Insuaste, Joshua Klenoff, Alan Konevsky, Darren Liss, Michael Mandel, Todd Marvel, Kalandra Park, Mark Rosa, Dennis Schmueller, Michael Stone, Daniel Tuttleman, Jean Vaccaro, and Sarah Zwirling. Congratulations. Ocean Township High School has its own program for recognizing and honoring the academic achievement of its students. In each of the 4 years of high school, students who earn a weighted numerical average of 97 or higher receive the Spartan Scholar Award. All subjects are included in the calculations, and recognition consideration is not on a cumulative average basis. Therefore, it is possible for a student to receive an award any 1 year or more up to 4 times. At this time, I would like to present this year's Spartan Scholars, and I will divide the awards among the first, second, third, and fourth awards. Receiving the award for the first time, which is a chenille varsity letter, are the following students, and I'd like them to stand and remain standing as a group. First award winners of the Spartan Scholar Award are Ian Cabinlay, Ram Cohen, Ayanna Daniels, Jeffrey DeFazio, Mark Kessler, Melissa Marley, John Means, Beatrice Rudick, Sheba Russell, Reuben Schwartz, Marley Stevenson, Corey Stone, and Deborah Williams. Congratulations. Receiving their second Spartan Scholar Award, which is a bronze pin, are the following students: Christian Bergrud, Laura Ann Collins, Megan Driscoll, Marina Kramer, Scott Larson, Kim O'Connor, Georgia Panis, Daniel Pearson, Mark Rosa, Rachel Sandberg, and Michael Sorrentino. Congratulations. Being honored with third Spartan Scholar Awards, which is a silver pin, are Leah Levin and Carrie Toller. And now for the largest group, those students who have won the Spartan Scholar Award for each of the 4 years that they have been in Ocean Township High School, and they will receive a gold pin. Andrew Berkowitz, Ryan Biazzi, Rachel Bickert, Elise Bixby, Elizabeth Chang, Eugene Choi, Sean Dooley, Kristen Driscoll, Jonathan Feldman, Evan Gerard, Megan Gilvari, Heidi Ganos, Needy Gupta, Robert Hedinger, William Huang, Gisela Insuasti, Osama Kashlin, Todd Kellert, Sue Kim, Alan Konevsky, Wu Lee, Daniel Lifton, Darren Liss, Michael Mandel, Laura McPherson, Todd Marble, Carlos Ortiz, Calandra Park, Erin Quinn, Yogesh Shyam, Deborah Severs, Jason Simmons, Michael Stone, Douglas Timms, Jean Vaccaro, Abby Wagner, Brian Zabin, and Sarah Zwirling. Congratulations to all of our Spartan Scholar and other academic winners. Thank you.
One of the goals of school and local organizations is to be able to recognize the achievements of exemplary students in their respective areas. I am pleased to present at this time Assistant Principals Mr. David Enderley and Mrs. Margaret Morgan, who will distribute awards and scholarships to tonight's graduates.
Thank you, Jamie. It's my pleasure this evening to announce to you the names of the recipients of the many state and national and many local scholarships that are awarded each year to the seniors.
First, the national and state scholarships. A few of these have been awarded. Many of these will be a surprise to the class of 1993. The state and national scholarships. The AFCEA Dr. Joseph Frank Engineering Scholarship is awarded to Margareta Damasi and Charles Eichmeyer. The AFCEA Dr. Walter S. McAfee Scholarship, Darrell Booker. The Continental Corporation Foundation Merit Scholarship, Nidhi Gupta. The New Jersey Natural Gas Company Scholarship, awarded to Joanne Corey. The PVC Container Corporation Scholarship, Ayanna Daniels. The College Board National Hispanic Scholarship Award, Carlos Ortiz. The AHEPA American Hellenic Scholarship, Georgiana Panis and Gregory Billows. Now for the local scholarships. The Albert Avi Guberman Memorial Scholarship, Robert Simon. The Alan Broza Scholarship, Evan Gerard. The Asbury Park Sons of Italy Scholarship, Michael Sorrentino. The Asbury Park Rotary Club Scholarship, Sarah Swirling. The Central Jersey Bank Robert B. Barlow Scholarship, awarded to Andres Majur. Edward B. German Township of Ocean PTA Scholarship, Megan Gilvari. The Eric Mausch Memorial Scholarship, awarded to Daniel Pearson. The George L. Conti Jr. Memorial Scholarship, awarded to Lawrence Myers and Lisa Daroff. The Guidance Department Scholarship in memory of Lee Zarek and Warren Sutherland, Kelly Weldon. The Italian American Club of Ocean Township Scholarship, Tommy Means, Abby Wagner, and Jean Vaccaro. The James Erickson Education Fund of Oakhurst First Aid Fire Company Memorial Scholarship, Deborah Sievers and Laura Zimmerman. Janine C. Lutkus Memorial Scholarship, awarded to Aaron Quinn. The Jersey Shore Women's Club Scholarship, awarded to Nicole Dervan. The Keen White Memorial Scholarship, awarded to Carlos Ortiz. The Ken Gruber Memorial Scholarship, Michael Mandel. The Key Club Scholarships, Brian McGuire, Latha Savaprasad, and Kevin Van Brunt. The Kiwanis Club of Neptune Ocean Township Scholarship, Sean Dooley. The Kiwanis Club of Neptune Ocean Township Scholarship in memory of Harry Larison, Tracy Parecka. The League of Women Voters Scholarship, Megan Gilvari. The Leonard Hoslett Elks Memorial Scholarship, Robert Alfano. The Maureen Sofield Memorial Scholarship, awarded to Megan Gilvari. New Jersey Legal Secretary Scholarship, awarded to Shobha Sivaprasad. Ocean Township Chamber of Commerce Scholarships, awarded to Nidhi Gupta, Jonathan Horn, Daniel Pearson, and Sarah Swirling. The Ocean Township National Honor Society Scholarship, awarded to Megan Gilvari. The Ocean Township Police Fund Sports Service Scholarship in memory of Doug Carpentier, awarded to Justin Newman. The Ocean Township Police Fund Scholarship awarded to Stephen Thompson and Vanessa Rothschild. Ocean Township Student Council Scholarship awarded to Lauren McPherson. The Post-Prom Party Scholarships awarded to Deborah Williams, Carrie Lyons, and John Marion. The Sadie and Charles Grunwerk Memorial Scholarship awarded to Sean Murphy. Township of Ocean Administrators Association Scholarship, Sheba Russell. The Township of Ocean Democratic Club awarded to Daniel Lifton and Neeti Gupta. The Township of Ocean Education Association Scholarship awarded to Charles Eichmeyer, Megan Gilvari, Deborah Sievers, and Abby Wagner. TV Production Scholarship, Ken Hoffman. The VFW Post number 226 Jeweltown Memorial Scholarship awarded to Charles Eichmeyer. And the Women's Club of Asbury Park Scholarship awarded to Erin Quinn. Congratulations to all the scholarship award winners. Thank you. Mrs. Morgan.
When I made my presentations earlier, I mentioned the many diverse talents that the students in this class possess. I think that as I read tonight's awards, you will see that I was not exaggerating. I would like each student to please stand to be recognized as his or her name is called. The Township of Ocean Educational Secretaries Award, Joanne Corey. The Principal's Service Award, recognizing 4 years of perfect attendance, Christian Bergrid. The Women's Club of Asbury Park Culinary Arts Award, Heather Beatty. The Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award, Yogesh Shyam and Erin Quinn. The American Association of University Women Northern Monmouth Branch Award, Erin Quinn. The Tandy Technology Outstanding Student Award, Eugene Choi. The Tandy Technology Top 2% Academic Awards, Eugene Choi, Neeti Gupta, Todd Keller, Erin Quinn, Yogesh Shyam, and Brian Zabin. The U.S. Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete Award, Lisa Darrow. The Star Ledger Scholar Award, Eugene Choi. Century 3 Leaders Certificate of Merit, Eugene Choi. Monmouth County School Boards Association Recognition Award, Carlos Ortiz. Society of Women Engineers Award, Erin Quinn. USA Today, 3rd Team, Eugene Choi. And the Long Branch Exchange Club Student Recognition Awards, Sheba Russell and Latha Sivaprasad. Each department in the high School also presents its own awards recognizing and honoring outstanding student achievement. In the English department, Outstanding Achievement in English, Jonathan Feldman. Outstanding Achievement in Creative Writing, Vanessa Rothschild and Laura Zimmerman. Outstanding Achievement in Journalism, Kelly Weldon. Outstanding Achievement in Forensics, Daniel Lifton and Shobha Sivaprasad. And Outstanding and Excellence in Drama, Mark Kessler. Outstanding Achievement in Mathematics, Eugene Choi and Osama Kashlin. In the Science Department, Outstanding Achievement in Chemistry, Eugene Choi. Outstanding Achievement in Physics, Osama Kashlin. Outstanding Achievement in Biology, Jason Simmons. In the Social Studies Department, Outstanding Achievement in Social Studies, Eugene Choi and Brian Zabin. The old 1-2 punch again. Outstanding Achievement in Economics, Osama Kashlin and Jonathan Feldman. Outstanding Achievement in Sociology, Gregory McGivern. In the Foreign Language Department, Outstanding Achievement in French, Elise Bixby. Outstanding Achievement in German, Mark Rosa. Outstanding Achievement in Italian, Tommy Means. Outstanding Achievement in Japanese, Jonathan Feldman and Mark Rosa. Outstanding Achievement in Russian, Yogesh Shayan. Outstanding Achievement in Spanish, Rachel Bickert and Brian Zabin. Moving to the Business Education Department, Outstanding Achievement in Business, Joyelle Markham. In the Art Department, Outstanding Achievement in 2D Art, Julie Crossick. Outstanding Achievement in 3D Art, Inga Holmes and Lindsay Watson. Outstanding Achievement in Computer Art, Robert Alfano. Now in the Industrial Arts Department, Outstanding Achievement in Electronics, Reuben Schwartz. Outstanding Achievement in Drafting, Rachel Bickert. Outstanding Achievement in Technology, Jason Simmons. Outstanding Achievement in Television Production, Ken Zeligowski. Outstanding Achievement in Photography, Eric Brandy. Outstanding Achievement in Woods, Craig Flanagan. Outstanding Achievement in Auto Mechanics, Eric Cantor. And the Key Club Visual Aid Award, Kevin Van Brunt. In the Music Department, the John Philip Sousa Award goes to Scott Nagel. In the Physical Education and Health Department, Outstanding Achievement Male goes to Scott Larson. And Outstanding Achievement Female to Megan Gilberry. In the Home Economics Department, Outstanding Achievement in Culinary Arts goes to Heather Beatty. And in the Athletics Department, Outstanding Athlete Female Erin Quinn. And Outstanding Athlete Male Kyle Messner. Outstanding Scholar Athlete Female Erin Quinn. And Outstanding Scholar Athlete Male Yogesh Shyam. Congratulations to all of the award winners.
The class of 1993's valedictorian, Eugene Choi, has also served his class in many capacities. He is captain of the cross-country and track teams, president of the math club, and captain of the academic teams. He is a member of the Latin Club and secretary of the Science Research Club, 4-year Spartan Scholar, and a 2-year member of the National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, Eugene Choi.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I suppose there are a lot of better words to describe this afternoon than just good. Today is momentous, emotional, sunny, and hot. And it really seems to be hotter than the average summer day, as if you could almost feel the fever of excitement in this room. I'm not quite sure who caught this fever first. Probably a student who spread it to his or her friends. Eventually, the fever swept over the entire school, affecting not only students, but teachers as well. We brought this fever to our homes and infected our families with it. Lately, this fever has been so intense that it has brought on delusion and delirium. It has made life so carefree, as if nothing could possibly disrupt our high spirits. And it has made time go seemingly slower, making every moment that much more precious. Today, this fever is about to break, and all the delirium will eventually ebb away. We will emerge from the fever feeling emotionally drained and completely exhausted. And we will yearn for that fever to take hold of us again. You will realize that none of our lives can exist within a vacuum. Indeed, our lives have become so finely intertwined that the boundaries separating them have become indiscernible. Each of us is a product of other lives. We are touched by family, friends, and teachers. And again, the roles of these people cannot be clearly separated. Our families have taught us about values and beliefs we cannot learn in school, and they have been lifelong companions. We choose our friends, synthesize them into a new family, and they teach us everything from mysteries about the opposite sex to the importance of true friendship. Teachers play the role of parent inside the classroom and friend outside. Everyone in your life has influenced it in some way, for all these people have certain expectations of you. To try to live up to these expectations would lead to your misery and destruction. To do so would make you a slave, since you can never be what other people want you to be. Still, you cannot live selfishly by your own will. To do so would be to ignore the powerful impact you have on other lives. Therefore, you must compromise yourself. Life is a series of compromises. In order to lead a successful life, then, you must be satisfied with the compromises you make. Today, all of us are successors. I only hope that I can add fire to the fever consuming you all. For in this case, it is the sickness and not the health which is more frightening. We stand on the brink between a relatively private and protected world we have created in high school and the public and unpredictable world outside that others have created. Class of 1993, I wish you the same good luck that has guided you for these past 4 years. Thank you.
We have now concluded the first part of our graduation ceremony, and the second part of the commencement exercises will now begin. Mr. Robert Mann, Superintendent of Schools, will certify to the Board of Education that tonight's seniors have completed the requirements for graduation.
Honored guests, members of the faculty, members of the graduating class, family, and friends. This evening we recognize the accomplishments of the 287 members of the Ocean Township High School class of 1993. When they leave here today, they will have completed their public education and will also have achieved a major milestone in their lives. For them, this ceremony heralds a major change in their lives, a change from adolescence to adulthood. Along with this transition will come the responsibilities and challenges associated with their new status. In addition to the effect that graduation will have on their lives, it also affects all of them here today. All of us here today as well. For parents, it marks the successful culmination of much effort and sacrifice. For teachers, it provides the satisfaction of a job well done. And for all of us, it symbolizes one hope for the future. Because these graduates, and thousands like them across this nation, are the future of this country. For you, the members of the class of 1993, you leave here to embark on new challenges. Although we, your teachers, and your parents can share in your achievements, the challenge of the future rests with you. That challenge may be to continue your education, or it may be employment. But whatever it is, I am confident that you will approach it with the same enthusiasm and industry which has resulted in your accomplishment today. Remember the lessons you have learned here and apply them to those challenges, and you will find that they will serve you well. In the future, it will be these young adults who will determine the kind of society in which we will be living. I am confident in the abilities of these young people who will receive their diplomas this evening. They have proven themselves in our classrooms to be capable of accepting responsibility. I look forward to their accomplishments as they pursue their future careers. At this time, it is my privilege to certify to you, Mrs. Gould, the 287 members of the class of 1993 as having fulfilled all the requirements necessary to obtain a diploma from Ocean Township High School.
Good afternoon. Today you begin the first step of the journey into your future. Some of you, as Bernadette said, will be going to college. Some will be going into the workforce. Some of you may even be getting married. But regardless of what you do, in the next few years, you will become part of and hopefully involved in the community where you live. You will have the opportunity to give to others, both young and old, some of the many advantages you had as you were growing up in Ocean. Unfortunately, the tendency today is to think too many times of me only. How much money I have, how big a house I own, how expensive a car I can buy. These are some of the things that people feel give them status. There is, however, another big part of life that isn't mentioned very often, and that's the part about helping and sharing. No matter how successful you are, don't ever think of yourself as being too big, too wealthy, or too important to give help or advice to someone who needs it. or to perhaps do something to make someone's life perhaps just a little bit better. To give of yourself in any way will make you a better person and a more respected person. Earned respect, that's status. Be successful in what you do, but share yourself with your family, your friends, and your community. On behalf of the Board of Education, I wish you all a prosperous, happy, and healthy future.
At this time in our program, I have the pleasure of reintroducing to you the principal of Ocean Township High School, Mr. John J. Todd.
Thank you. It is now time for the calling of the roll. Dr. Frank Curcio will give the following diplomas. Michael Adis, Sherry Allen, Pancage Agnihotri, Melissa Ambrose, Robert Alfano, Christina Vallis, Ryan Alston, Heather Beatty, August Heckman, Mujme Bigan, Justin Baldwin, Rosemary Bertini, Josh Bird, Rachel Bicker, Christian Berger, Christina Balava, Scott Nagel, Elise Bixby, Andrew Berkowitz, Amy Boyton, Kevin Bessel, Ira Brady, John Bazira, Luciana Brown, Jamie Bifolco, Gina Camusa, Gregory Billows, Natalie Casal, Ryan Biazzi, Elizabeth Chang, Darrell Booker, Joanne Collins. Mrs. Gould will present the following diplomas. Alexander Ross, Joanne Corey, Eric Bolton Bailey, Jennifer Cullen, Matthew Boyington, Tara Hula, Joshua Brewstein, Ayanna Daniels, Jason Burke, Lisa Darrow, Diane Cabaret, Kelly Davis, James Cahill, Nicole Durban, Jason Clemente, Margareta Denisi, German Chernowski, Kristen Driscoll, David Cohen, Megan Driscoll,
Graham Cohen, Teresa Dunn, William Coletti, Martina Garifane, Kevin Connell, Rick Cook, Heidi Ganos, Christopher Cook, Mary Frances Golda, Thomas Cooper, Megan Gilvare. Dr. Duncan Circle will present the following diplomas. Sean Corso, Melissa Goodman, Timothy Cyrus, Heather Griffin, Jeffrey DeFazio, Jody Greenberg, Andrew Dewey, Samantha Gross, John Dickerson, Amanda Haley, Sean Dooley, Inga Holmes, Donald Dragone, Helene Hewlett, Matthew Edelson, Laura Holslander, Charles Eichmeyer, Jonathan Feldman, Sue Kim, George Fernandez, Tonya Kinsey, Craig Flanagan, Julie Corsick, Sebastian Francis, Marina Kramer, Michael Galeda, Alina Krajnovic, Eric Gardner, Leah Levin, Evan Gerard, Erin Lineberry. Mr. Michael Fiorentino will present the following diplomas. Patrick Gervolino, Carrie Ann Lyons, Farron Goldie, Laura McPherson, James Goldstein, Monica Mahajan, Edwin Gomez, Joy Markham, Joelle, Eric Grande, Suzanne McCluskey, Rodney Green, Marion Merrill, Todd Gregory, Amy Miller, Charles Grossman, Tracy Monaco, David Hanauer, Sharona Moseri, David Hansel, Joanne Myers, Robert Hedinger, Heidi Nagel, Ion Heaney, Art Newman, Mark Hirschfield, Paula Neville, Christopher Hlatke, Jennifer Nissom, Luong Huang, Kim O'Connor, Kenneth Hoffman, Georgia Panis. Mrs. Carpentier will give the following diplomas. Nicholas Hollow, Calandra Park, Scott Hopwood, Laura Parcells, Jonathan Horn, Joy Pedrazio, Eyal Horowitz, Tracy Poreka, William Huang, Lakeisha Price, Eric Cantor, Sandra Ramirez, Jesse Karen, Danielle Reynolds, Craig Keelan, Stacy Ripito, Judd Carmen, Bernadette Gisk, Morris Cason, Erin Quinn, Osama Kashlan, Nicole Robinson, Demetrios Kelasitis, Niti Gupta, Brian Zavin, Laura Collins, Eugene Choi, Carrie Taylor, Daniel Pearson, Colleen Shelf, Thomas Means, Jamie King. Jamie King. Jamie King. Dr. Joel Shapiro will present the following diplomas. Mark Kessler, Elaine Anson, Judd Kleiman, Monica Rosner, Todd Keller, Noel Lee Rodriguez, Brian Kennedy, Erica Rosenblatt, Joshua Klenoff, Vanessa Rothschild, Alan Konoveski, Beatrice Rudick, Sean Lane, Rachel Russo, Scott Larson, Amy Rusomano, James LeBlanc, John Lethea Adams, Wu Lee, Melissa Marley, Sang Lee, Jamie Sabin, Stephen Lillevelt, Rachel Sandberg, Stephen Leone, Lindsay Shelf, Jarrett Lewis, Allison Siegel, Daniel Lifton, Deborah Sievers, Darren Liss, Nicole Siniscalco. Mr. James Wagner will present the following diplomas. Jeff Mahajan, Erin Brandon, Michael Mandel, Sheba Russell, John Marion, Latha Sifra Prasad, Todd Marvel, Shobha Sifra Prasad, Craig Mazza, Lisa Skirka, Gregory McGivern, Marley Stevenson, Brian McGuire. Mrs. Gould will present the diploma to Corey Stump. Andre Major, Natasha Thecke, Daniel Minute, Kyle Messner, Sharon Rollins, Paul Maribel, Nanette Torsha, Sean Murphy, Alexis Torres, Lawrence Myers, Nadia Chetos, Brad Nelson, Pearl Utrera. Mrs. Carpentier will present to Justin Newman. Justin Newman. Jean Vaccaro, Chad Oliver, Abby Wagner, Mrs. Mary Pat Napolitano will present the following diplomas. Carlos Ortez, Lindsay Watson, Brian Palazzolo, Jennifer Weddigus, Ryan Panzer, Kelly Weldon, Michael Pillow, Kathleen Welter, Scott Finney, Jennifer White, George Perobolos, Deborah Williams, Nicholas Panovras, Kristen Yapello, Michael Prevail, Yu Mi Yi, Michael Polano, Laura Zimmerman, Mark Rediker, Sarah Zwirling, Anthony Reed, Robert Ruder, David Riggin, Sean Rishti, Edward Rodriguez, Mark Rosa, Alan Roussel, Isaac Saka, Adam Solomon, Reuben Schwartz, Dennis Schmuller, Douglas Schropschreier, Dr. Connie Vetrano will present the following diplomas. Yogi Cheyenne, Robert Simmons, Jason Simmons, James Slocum, James Smith, Joel Smith, Michael Sorrentino, Joseph Sroka, Michael Stone, Kenneth Pape, Jason Sutton, Kenneth Zeligowski, John Tallarico, Stephen Thompson, Douglas Timms, Timothy Torsha, Mark Turris, Daniel Tuttleman, James Vacchiano, Kevin Van Brunt, Matthew Vissers, Michael Volek, Kenneth Wagenheim, Todd Ryan, David Welsh, Michael Wiener, Joseph Williams, Christopher Weimer, Joseph Yegan, Stephen Zahn, Louis Zuluaga, congratulations.
Before we begin the concluding ceremony, we have one request of the audience. The graduates ask that all friends and relatives remain seated and clear of the aisles and stairwells until the recession of the graduates is complete. Please wait until the auditorium floor is clear before you move toward the exit areas. Before we begin the traditional tassel ceremony, I would like to call up 4 special people who have worked very hard for the class. They are Colleen Shelf, Dan Pearson, Tommy Means, and Carrie Toller. We would also like to ask the audience to keep in mind that we have reflected the past 4 years of high school and compared them to a sunrise being the freshman year and sunset being the senior year.
As the morning sun peers over the horizon on the brink of a new day, it knows not what this day shall include, whether it shall shine in its glory or be overshadowed by intruding clouds. Here is where we found ourselves as unknowing freshmen, not having a clue as to what obstacles we would encounter or where we would succeed in this new world, high school.
But slowly, as the day evolves, the area where the light shall shine makes itself apparent. And if the weather dictates that the sun shall not shine in a region, so be it, for there are many others on which to shine its splendor. As sophomores, this new world was not quite as scary as it seemed in our first year. For now there was familiar ground, and we better understood our respective place in the school.
What more beauty could be shown in nature than the sun opening its arms and giving warmth and comfort to all its subjects during that time of seemingly eternal pleasure in the early afternoon? However, equal to this is the doldrums received from a day full of perpetual rain and gloom. Our junior year was definitely a time of varying emotions. For in a year so stacked full of events in and out of school, one could have left it with a bitter or sweet taste in the mouth.
As the sun creeps into the other side of the horizon, it knows its job has been done. Never will it get the chance to shine over that day again. It accepted what came in its way, conquered obstacles, and now has the chance to reflect upon the time when it shone the brightest. The sun can now move on to another day. It has done its job, and so have you seniors. Congratulations, class of 1993.
On behalf of the officers in the class of 1993, I thank Mrs. Cole, our class advisor, for all she has done. Mrs. Cole's guidance has enabled us to achieve our goals, and for that we are extremely grateful. And now for the tassel ceremony. Will the graduates please rise and join us as we move our tassels from the left to the right, signifying that we, the class of 1993, made it through together. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Let's getting bigger.